We'll give you a hug because we love ya.
Chelsea Davis coming to you live from Sculpt, Fredericton with our Huggable Huddle. Here today we have Allison Hill. Allison is the main nutritionist on staff for Sculpt and also owned her own nutritional business for over 5 years, and it also does ripped apparel. Allison, what got you into this?
Well, like you had mentioned, I had owned my own nutrition business for over 5 years, and just paths had changed, and I was ready for a new course. And I had met the owners of Sculpt, Jason Capson, Ryan Reynolds, and Adam Hambrook. We had met in the fitness industry as I was competing as a figure athlete, and they approached me with coming to work for them and opening a Sculpt here in Fredericton. They really have an insane passion actually for helping people change their lifestyle, change their life, not just with food, but overhauling their entire lifestyle. And that food counseling side of me I had the privilege of doing for so long anyway. And so really it was an amazing fit for me because I'm a very passionate person myself. I love what I do, and so Sculpt came to be here in Fredericton.
That's fantastic. Passion for changing lives, improving the health of others. That's, it's almost a selfless passion. You're doing what you love. You were in teaching, so you didn't take that path, but you're still in the teaching degree. What gets you fired up each morning to, continue doing it?
You know what? Every day is different. I get to work with athletes. I get to work with just the average person coming in that doesn't know how to cook chicken and make it taste good. I get to work with people who have health issues. There's a problem solving thing about this work that I do that I just absolutely love. Every day I may have to look up, new information to help an individual with whatever going on. But, clients email me and message me all the time with, I just got one yesterday actually, kicking ass in the gym. And it wasn't a check-in. She didn't have to message me that, but people look up to me, and I think that there's a positive pressure on me that people are looking to me for answers, they're looking to me for motivation, and that's one thing that Sculpt really has embraced in terms of a family, right? Our members are really a family, our clients are family. We have clients that are no longer part of our program, but that connect with us all the time on a regular basis and still check in, and so that to me, when you can bring about change into an individual and you actually see that change evolving in them as you see them week to week, I mean, it's like I get like vibed on it totally. It just makes me pumped up. Where someone else might be really excited about making money, or someone else might be really pumped up to create this dream car. For me, I see that in my clients, and I see them changing and growing. And so it's not just about the food, it's about their whole personality, their whole lifestyle changes right in front of me. It's awesome.
So realistically, your passion for it is their passion for them to grow.
Absolutely.
It's, I talked to Allison a bit before. It's, they're not just doing people who want to go on shows. They're not taking care of just, certain size. It's everything. It's the whole lifestyle change, and whether someone wants to lose 100 pounds or 5 pounds, I mean, everyone can be more fit. Everyone can eat healthier and live healthier, and having that person to go to and look up to, I know you guys a bit on a personal note, but you live what you talk about. You stay committed to the goal.
That's that positive pressure I was talking about. But like when it comes to coaching somebody, or when it comes to trying to teach them how to think differently, if I weren't to be following suit, it would be very difficult. I'd feel quite fake sitting on the other side of the room. But the other thing that's really interesting to note too is that there's kind of this like change in their social, in their emotional, in their psychological, and their physiological that happens. So I see people really kind of grow, like you said, as a person, and start taking risks and start making decisions in their life that they might not otherwise have made. So that's like a dream job, really, for me.
But I guess, you're basically, in a sense, helping. I mean, those people come to you, go through your stuff with them, and it just gradually build more confidence.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's, even in the world today, more positive people, more confident people. I think that's...
From a business perspective, I've actually had clients that have made some major changes or taken some big risks in their business and are now doing better even in their business. So self-confidence is a huge part. When you feel better, when you sleep better, sometimes when you even look better, if you start taking better care of your appearance and that kind of thing, that will help you in business as well. So there's been a few clients that come to mind right now that's happened as well, so that's pretty cool.
That's exciting. You can tell just talking to you, you can tell you get excited when you talk. Your most excitement so far is when you're talking about people emailing you or your clients, and I think that's fantastic because that's, in the end, no matter what business you're in the business of people.
Yeah, Sculpt is about creating relationships and long-lasting relationships and partnerships within our community. We have a ton of stuff on the go right now with working with groups with young girls, trying to empower them and teach them how to work out and do changes to their life now so that they don't have to deal with the issues that some of my women are later on in life. We've got a ton of stuff going on with athletes as well in a sister company that the guys own as well, Chiseled. So we just, there's so much happening. We just got here, but there's so much about to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. They have 8 locations. It's a franchised company. They have 8 locations across Canada, 3 more birthing in the next 3 months, and it's huge. It's awesome. Awesome thing to be a part of.
That's fantastic. You can tell you're very passionate about what you do. Throughout going on, what's the best, not to say best advice, because I mean everyone there's lots of great advice I'm sure you got, but like what's something maybe along this lines that someone told you or something you figured out and you stuck with, and that's really, it's always been in your mind, like that's, that everyone's got a couple of those pieces of advice that, what is it that you can give to people?
Well, with my business too, Ripped Angel, I can speak to the business that I owned previous and that, but also in working for Sculpt, it's you're going to come up against fear sometimes in whatever that you're doing. People who know me, you've known me a lot of years, Chels, see me as a very gregarious, social, outgoing person, but every single nutrition talk I go to give, I literally am sweating before I go. And there's fear involved in anything, but there's fear that can turn into growth. And you have to take risks, you have to feel your fears, but you have to do things anyway. So one of the biggest things I would say is a lot of times when you think of failure in your life, and if I think back to failures that I've had in business or that talk that didn't go so well or whatever, what I thought was going to be the outcome, the worst fear possible, I'm going to trip and fall on my face in front of all these people, nothing ever went to that point, to that level. So fear is one of these things that we contrive in our mind, and we think it's going to be this catastrophic thing that happens, and very often it doesn't even come close to that. So that should be the reason. And if you don't risk, you don't reward, right? So when it comes to specifically Sculpt, I'm pushing my clients on a daily basis to go out and do things that are uncomfortable, go out and do things that they don't understand, do things that are unfamiliar. It's very easy just to do what's familiar. So in my life, I tried to mimic that and do those things as well. They're going to help me grow as an individual and as a business owner. And I think that they see that, so it gives them the push to do that. And I'm talking some people are scared to death to walk into a weight room because they don't want to read a machine because they'll look silly at the gym. I still have to do that when I'm at new gyms. So that overcoming of that fear can be just as big as somebody going and giving a presentation to 100 people.
And I think, that's probably fear holds people back from everything. There's, everyone sets up goals or that fake, everyone's got a big, hairy, audacious goal.
Yeah.
And they think, well, if I don't hit that, their fear is not hitting that, but you might hit 30 goals on your way.
Absolutely.
You're not going to, someone who starts with Sculpt, they're not going to lose, they're not going to maybe have their BHAG, their big hair audacious goal in one day.
No, absolutely.
It could be a year process. And
but
because,
they still get there.
Yeah, the fear, a lot of people's fear stops them though from even starting.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, you have no chance of getting there until you start. And that's definitely, that probably resonates with this business a lot. Until you start,
absolutely, and it's not perfection, right? I always talk in here about imperfect progress, and if I look back on some of the biggest things that I would consider failures, there was also a massive learning curve involved in that, right? Yeah. So with clients specifically in here, they sometimes will try and do this program perfectly, and have a screw up or a meltdown, but in that they always learn something, and it really reflects into life as well. It's not just about food and nutrition, it's about how you react and live in your life.
That's fantastic. Well, Allison, I want to thank you for coming out. We are live today with the Huggable Huddle. If you want to get a hold of Allison at Sculpt, where are we going to go? What are we going to do if we want to get healthy and just live a better life? If we want to live a better life, it's not just about
weight loss,
eating healthy.
absolutely.
It's not just about weight loss.
Yep.
You know, just in my start, I know a lot of people that are, you know, there's people that would dream to have that, you know, I hate to say that body per se, but realistically that person's not even healthy. They could be feel better and sleep better
and absolutely all those things. That's the lifestyle stuff that holds us back.
Yeah.
The weight loss is just obviously going to happen once you get all those things in line. But you can find us at 860 Prospect Street. We are right behind Eastern College, previously Compy College. You can call me here at 447-7935. We are also on Facebook, Sculpt Health and Wellness Fredericton. And you can email at sculptfredericton@gmail.com. I would be happy to book a consultation with you. Don't be afraid, don't fear. I'm really friendly, I'm really nice, but I can crack the whip when I need to too.
That's fantastic, Allison. Well, everyone, this is the Huddle coming to you from Sculpt Fredericton. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Have a great day.